Welcome to our Know, Like, and Trust podcast series. Today, you have the blessing and privilege and honor to be with the wonderful Lily Larsen. She is from On Record Title. In fact, I'm going to pan this out a little bit for those that are joining us on the YouTube and visually, so you can see On Record Title here in the Salt Lake Valley. And I'm going to let her speak to that more and what the coverage is that she can offer to help people out. So no matter where you are in the world, you'll know what that access is like. But Lily is super awesome. I've gotten to know her recently through a cool mastermind group that we are a part of, and she brings the value. So I thought we definitely got to have her on the podcast. She's going to bring you a ton of value. And yeah, stick around, because for the next 20 minutes, you're about to get some good stuff. In fact, we're going to start out with something unique about Lily, because we start with the know, and then the like, and then the trust. And we want to get to know something unique about you, Lily. So give us a little introduction along with what's the fun, the unique, or surprising about you.
Awesome. Thanks, Russ. I'm so excited to be here. I've been looking forward to being on your podcast. So I do real estate, and I would say the unique thing about me is that I speak Spanish. Not only do I speak Spanish, but I am completely self-taught. I have been learning for about 6 years now, and it's been quite a journey, but I get to do closings all the time in Spanish now, and I talk to my clients on the phone in Spanish, and it's probably one of my proudest accomplishments that I've worked on so far.
Yeah, that is very impressive. Okay, a couple of questions go along with that. I'll try to take them one at a time and not forget one. First of all, why? Yeah, what was the why behind that? I want to learn Spanish.
Honestly, I've always tried to learn languages growing up, but none of them could really stick all that well until I made some friends in high school who spoke Spanish, and I honestly just fell in love with the language. Like during COVID, I had so much time in the day, like we all did, and so what I would do is I would just spend so much time on Duolingo. I would probably do about 7 or 8 lessons a day for months and months and months, because there wasn't really hardly anything else to do at the time. And from there, I've been able to use it in my career a lot. And so, and I just love the culture. I've been to South America quite a few times, and every time I learn a new Spanish word, it just makes me it just makes me so happy. I love the food. I love the dancing, the music, just everything about the Latin community enthralls me. And so passion pulls you through sometimes, you know?
Wow. Well, bien hecho. Y felicidades.
Gracias.
Now, all the Latin lovers out there, they're going to want to know, is Lily single? Are you single, Lily?
Yes, I am. And I have been for a while.
All right, so you're available. This is good. All right, as of the taping, we got July 8th, 2026. My Latin brothers out there, if you're looking, we got Lily. She can speak su idioma and bailar contigo.
I got high standards, though, so watch out.
Okay, and that's important. We want to know that personally and professionally. Okay, well, this is good. And I was going to ask about how you went about it. So Duolingo was the way that you went about learning the lingo?
Duolingo, I asked my friends as many questions as I could, and even when I was so bad at the language, I was still trying to text them in Spanish. The two things that probably help my Spanish the most currently is practicing with people in real life, actually. So 3 things: practicing with people in real life, watching movies or TV shows, especially ones that you already know. I love Disney movies in Spanish. And the third thing is AI. You can have amazing conversations with AI in any language of your choosing and ask them questions. And what I like about it is they will speak, but then you can also see the words as they're speaking them. And so you get to learn context, grammar, and see the way it's all written out at the same time. So those are very, very, very helpful.
So cool, Lily. You're multifaceted. Here we go. So you are able to help as an escrow officer 100% in English, 100% in Spanish. No problema. All right. This is so good. All right. And now we've got some guys who may be interested in getting your number. We'll give it your Insta and your email later. Keep it professional.
You'll find a lot of me on Instagram.
What's that?
You can find a lot of me on Instagram.
Oh, there you go. All right, we
Mhm.
like that. Okay, Lily. Well, let's transition from the no section here to we got to know you. We want to find out what is it that you like about the escrow business, like doing what you do.
There's a lot of things. Um, I like how much I learn. I get to learn a new thing with pretty much every transaction I do. And I get bored really easily if I'm not doing something that's challenging. And so the fact that my line of work allows me to always learn and discover new things is one of my favorite parts. I also love working with the people. Um, when you're signing with buyers and they're purchasing their first house, they are so excited. We like to throw them a little party. We do like confetti poppers. We bring out mimosas sometimes. Um, it's really fun to watch these people just make such a big advancement in their life, and I love that I just get to be there for that and watch that.
That is awesome. And although you can help people with essentially any loan, you do have a specific niche that you are the pro. And if anyone knows about this, then they need to come to you, or if they
Mm.
know a friend, they need to direct them to you. So tell us a little bit about, yeah, give us the niche. What do you do? Where do you really specialize? Although you do all the rest too.
I've been holding this back because I love talking about this so much. Um, my niche is seller financing. And I don't know if anybody out there really knows what that is, possibly, but it's basically buying a home without the bank. You don't have to go through all the nuances that it takes to get a full mortgage on your property. You can just get a loan through the seller. It's a lot simpler and it opens up so many opportunities for people wanting to get into a property but also just wanting to invest as well.
Wow. So I've got two young married kiddos. One's 24, one's 21. In the
Cute.
Utah housing market, super tough to buy a home, right? Like just the
Yeah.
prices are out of this world. How does
Mhm.
seller financing benefit someone like them, young, starting to make some good money, but maybe not quite enough that they could really afford what's on the market in the standard way?
Mhm. There's a few different ways you can do it. With seller financing, you don't have to have all that much down a lot of the time. Um, just depending on the way you set it up, sometimes the seller will allow you to have less than 20% down. And you're not going through a bank, so you don't have to pay extra for the mortgage insurance, which can usually throw on an additional $200 to $400 a month, depending on the kind of loan you're getting. That's a good chunk of change that you don't need to be using. Um, Also, with seller financing, depending on what sort of loan the seller already has on their property, you can usually bag a pretty good interest rate. We know that interest rates are around like 6.5% right now. But with seller financing, if someone has a loan that they got back in 2021 and they only have a 2% interest rate, then they can sell their house with a 4 or 5% interest rate, lower the market value, so great deal for the buyer, but then the seller still gets to make money monthly just by using the bank's money.
Wow. Now, what brought you into this space?
That's a good question. I used to work with real estate attorneys, and so we would draft these contracts all the time. That was their niche. And now I've kind of taken it and flown away. I mean, I love it so much, and it's honestly not as complicated as people make it out to be once you have an understanding. And hardly anybody in Utah does this thing, but I feel like it can just help so many people create a better life for themselves. And so I that's part of why I'm so passionate about it is I just know that I can bring that to the forefront of the market, and more people are going to have opportunities to actually own a property.
That is so cool. Now, we know now why you like doing what you're doing and what you like to do in that. Why do people like doing business with you, Lily? Like, why do they come to you? What do they love about that experience?
Um, I care a lot about my clients, and I think that they can really feel that when we have a transaction together or even before. Like there's people I haven't finished a transaction with yet, but I have a pretty deep friendship and they just know that I'm always looking out for them, trying to send them more work. But then also once we do actually get through the transaction, I don't know. I just really try to make sure that everybody feels welcome and celebrated when we're doing our closings. Even just yesterday, one of the closings I was in, it was all Spanish speaking and it was a Utah housing loan. So the package was probably about this tall of documents we had to sign. It took very long. But oh, and it was all in Spanish, which was people always get a little iffy when a little white girl walks into the room. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Like they're like, who is a gringa? Um, but by the end of the closing, they were inviting me over to their house for dinner so I could try some food from Ecuador. And like just in that short amount of time, I feel like I'm really able to forge a serious connection with my clients and just make them feel like they just made the best decision of their life and they were well taken care of.
Mm. That is so great when you feel that partnership that comes
Mm,
together. And like you were saying, especially when there's so much on the line, you feel like you're so invested, and you are, right? You're heavily invested, and it's going to
yeah,
be a long term. Then you want to feel that partnership. I love that.
yeah,
And great example.
they're big
And what is
deals.
it? Comida. That'll be
Comida,
buenísima.
sí. I like your
All right.
Spanish, Russ.
Gracias. I need to try to keep up with you next time that we meet up. Next Monday when we meet up, I'll have to practice un poco más de mi
Please
español.
do. I love practicing Spanish.
Oh, qué bueno. All right. Well, let's bring it up to the part where we build that trust. I think you've done a really good job of building that trust. One of the things I really love is knowing just how much you've invested in yourself to be able to grow yourself professionally and be
Mhm.
able to serve more people as you're doing that as well. Like great benefit also. And so there's some good trust there. One of the things I always love to ask our guests to do is to leave something of value for those who make it this far into the podcast, right? Like, what can we give them? So if they have this information or this opportunity, whatever it is, they're like, my life is better off, or I can pass this along to somebody else and help their life to be better. So, what have you got to help build some trust today with our audience?
Okay, I have quite a few things for you guys. So, first of all, get out pen and paper and write down my email that's back there cuz I want to get this information to you. So, if you think it's going to be something you're looking for. So, there's three things I can offer you guys. One thing is I'm going to start for just beginners in real estate who are kind of just wanting to get their name out there and maybe get into investing. I go to a lot of investor events and I know a lot of people who are throwing these events. And so I have a list of people who want invitations to these events. Usually there's classes that teach you more about real estate and you get to meet some of the top performing real estate people in Salt Lake County. So if you want to be on that event list, send me an email and I will get you on that. Um, that's the first thing I have for you guys. Number two, I also have lists for these are for people who are a little bit more experienced in real estate investing and kind of know their numbers, know what they're looking at. I have notice of default lists with property information, current lien on the property information, and contact information from the current owners. So that's a great place to find deals and leads that aren't on the market. You're not going to find them anywhere else. And number three is a seller finance specific class that I'm teaching. I don't have dates for that yet, but if you're interested, send me an email or follow my Instagram because I'll be announcing it there as well. And you guys can come and learn more about it because there's so much to go in depth to with that. And it can honestly change your life if you know what you're doing.
That is spectacular. The trifecta drop right there, my friends. So
I
good.
want to give
So
you
I,
everything. I want you guys to be as successful as you can.
that's right. Here we go. So I'm going to read this off for those who may not be able to see it well if you're on your phone or something. My writing's small. Okay, for the Instagram, people on Instagram, you can find Lily at lil.realestate.pro. Princess. All right, matches her sweet look here, the nice pink, beautiful blonde hair. So the just Lil dot real estate dot princess. That's going to be the Instagram right there. Lily Larsen with an EN, by the way. So if you're going to Google her, Lily, one L on the Lily, well, Lily.
Like the
And
flower.
then that's right. And then we're going Larson with an EN at the end. And so her email is going to be really similar to that, Lily, Lily, at onrecordtitle.com. And you can send her the email, say, put me on every list. I want to talk. I'm looking for a date, whatever. We know she's into business deals and high standard dates right here. So we want to give her the best value as well while she's giving us the best value right here. All right. Well, Lily, it has been such a pleasure to have you on today. You definitely lived up to my expectations from what I know of you. It's like, yep, let's have Lily on here. I know it's going to be great value add for our audience. And before we sign off today, I just wanted to give you kind of the last word here. If there was anything else on your mind where you felt like, ooh, I better share that, or just any floating thought there that we'll close out with.
Honestly, just thank you again. You are such a great, like, inspirational person, and so I'm really, really grateful that I get to be here and speak to your audience too. This feels like such a privilege for me, so thank you.
Well, thank you. That's the best way to end. All right, we'll catch you next time, my friends, on our Know, Like, and Trust series. Catch you later.